eye onga chicken tablet and womo edi ye ne onga busu wo baabi a ukọ shopping mall supermarket e kwan ho ne kwan ho kra chichen 1 cedi ukọ na waje wo de na chese wo na wo pe wo baabi edi afa no onga mamas helping hand womo ene kra ye mu anwumre midin ede ADWOA ASARE mene
Nana ASARE BARIMA
yen ene yebekin kan kase bono de amamu afei enidie mu ara yen hye ensem no emu enchiemu ankasa aban lawyer panyine onu kro ya ne soafo wo hwa tentene ne so owura Godfred ADWOA Dame wode atu just National Democratic Congress NDC amanyoko no womo ensem bia womo na mo keka sa afimpinu ene aduo no abato no yewie mu no eye anamo bia womo ankasa hye da bosi de be ya womo beto anua edi egu NDC amanyoko no womo ankasa chitafo ani no womo ye omo duodom de womo akoku amina bonka mu sanse womo franka tuni John Dramani Mahama wogina mu ema amanyoko no afi etwa mu abato no emu no papa ipese wo ya na yese bia wo bedi president ne kura no wo ye adwuma bia moroso ena nkrofo pese wo mo kan chese wo Mahama wanyehwe enso papa ise chenchine twan wo mo so wanyehwe ne de yekenka wo se de amanfo bi kan no so na se papa no pese kwa bia so no o maganafo ehunu se wo bo adwuma aban lawyer panyine editu dwa no wo san ekire mu se ndisi amanyoko no de bia wo furu simpia ntitu ne John Dramani Mahama na afi wo keka ena 2020 abato no kura na nkoyie ena electoral commission wo mu wie mu ene ye twa ballot papers ni bi beye 1 million ni ekire di gu mu kyere papa yi wa keka nsema hodo bebre ene ensem de wa mani bia ma abato commission pa nya asem ketwa na wo kyere se papa yi ensem wo keka yi wo mu ka se na mokura musi abato ye koso no niam anhye da nkoyie amamo enti ene mo famra kwa so na mo ankasa adanse ene enema hodo a mo betimi di akye sampa abato no ya wie mu no mo ankasa mo di aba masem no kopie mu Supreme Court asem no court wo court no enkrata ne adanse die kura court no hwe ni mu se nka mo NDC fo mo de baba mo ba cheche mu nsem no mo koye mo ntimi amfa adanse no kura nkosa sampa ensem no mo kasa abato no ya wie mu no mo nya bibia saa ekire na fe na no ye wa hanom a na NDC amanyoko na tabiri wo mu nsem yi se wo mo de kwa akoda aposifo se wo mo nya nhyehyemu e de koso sansa still no a wo bugi di se afi etwa mu abato no de enya de ekoyie na Godfred ADWOA Dame chese ensem a NDC fo no keka no kura bi anim na wo hye ensem kura wo mo kadi gu abato komisa ho fi no a enya de a etwa yie kura no won de wo hunu se John Dramani Mahama ase wo lusu abato no afa ne trim enti wonam wase ensem no wo keka ni nyina so papa bi anim wo pese wo ya na NDC amanyoko no chitafo no se nya gidie woni mu na 2024 ni dru ya yesi o John Mahama na wo masan ayi no sa wo gonkotu franka efa mamanyoko no wura yi wo de nsem we nyina atudwa enne wo dwumadie bia Commonwealth Election Professionals for ena ehye ye training program bia wo mo de hye so wo nkran ha sa dwumadie na se ena Godfred ADWOA Dame wo de sa ensemi atudwa wo san ebo abato komisa abaso pa se empo COVID-19 bremu wo mutimi hye abato yi ya ekoso a ohaw bia ama
where that emanates from, I don't even know. But what is even more surprising is the forum to which they made the allegation. It is the Ghana Police Service Election Petition Forum, the Election Petition Forum in Ghana. It's the Supreme Court of Ghana, and they had the opportunity of filing such a claim in the Supreme Court, and they couldn't even prove it. We all heard what happened in the Supreme Court. They couldn't even tell the number of votes that they themselves had. One of the reliefs that they sought was a declaration that no one obtained more than 50%. If no one obtained more than 50%, how much did you vote? How much did you obtain? They couldn't even establish it. Even the exact number of votes that were obtained by their candidates, they couldn't establish it. And when their star witness, as you can tell, was asked in the witness box, what was his answer? He didn't bring that answer to court. He didn't bring it to court, but you take it to a police station. I think that it just shows a total confusion that they are laboring under. And in my view, it's just an attempt to necessarily mislead their own supporters and to think that Mahama performed any better in the election. He did.
Ene ya yekoti esesie yi eye aban lawyer panyino no kro yi a eye soafo hye atenten ne so owura Godfred ADWOA Dame
yentu anumensam no so na ye konsem fufuro mu na ye kwode ne amra hye bedwofie ne de ani kirem na mrashebedwam kasamafo wono aso na ye chame hene wo hono ma akopie mo wanya asem ketua wo bo adwuma wadre pa Aban Kingsford man na bagbe wono en wode atudwa wo chese wo hwe aban enkrabata hodo bi na wo mo eba ne se wo mo ehemra e wo mrashebedwafie no wo mo de na kame akoye se agogo aye bibi ti se kontebe no na ni na emu no a opini ekasa nsem nyina ne se wo chese emfie makomako aduonu enwotwe ni a wo mo ba made agi tumu Ghana Mamra Constitution ye ba mode adi di djuma e wo man Ghana mu adi abedu sampempensuo no kame akoye se won mo de no na kame akoye se ago na emu no aye hodwoodwo a ni na emu no wo mo djumedi a wodi nyina ne se wo bebo amaban no ne nhihye ye djumedi a wo de beba nyina atumi akonkan ne nso e ba wo mo de ne de a na kame akoye se akwakwa ebia wo honom na wo peni adi nsem yitudwa ni na ne se wo mo breakfast ye meeting bi etumi cause wa santimantemu ayin krokumasi mu na wo de sanse mi ditudwa wo chese emra so pa se wo mbomodin atenase na wo mutumi hwe adwumedi awodo bebre na wo mutumi diem nanso wo nyonyamfo ba benchiremu a de nti a wo kasa nyina ne se anu a wo moto aba wo mrashebedwafie wieye na ye de ne tena so wo no eme kasamafo mfama mrashebedwafie wo no wo kiremu a wo ba ye adwumafo no be ye adwuma ya mane bi handing over note yamfa bi ankura ne nsem ma January busumi mu wo hyase ye na adwuma wo kyerese sasa ne ma we gusu ekoso a anhwe adabi no ebe ha dwen ma mrashebedwafie wo ndwumedi a wo di no enkoye se wo mu ejina kwanten kwa na se wo mu ye wo ndwuma se independent wo besere enti wo momodi anhwe sense sanye bi ebetumi abemu yentie ne nsem ne bi.
In fact, when I took over as a speaker, in spite of my 20 years in the leadership of Parliament, I did not get the real picture of the weakness of our Parliament until I became speaker. There's so much void that for all these 28 years, the focus of Parliament itself was always working to strengthen the executive arm and not Parliament itself. And we passed so many laws that we even forgot to include Parliament in those laws, including the Public Procurement Act. Go and look at the terms, the offices that are used in that act, whether Parliament is factored into it. And whilst we're even talking about Presidential Transition Act, we didn't talk about parliamentary transition. So they elect you as a speaker and you enter into an open, empty office.
We mrashebedwam kasamafo Aban Kingsford Sumana Bagbi na wodi ni sem tu dwa no en wo sa to mu eka sem mrashebedwani a wo gire mu manfo wo eye Madina abatompeso so wo wura Francis Ebia sosu wo chemu a anu ada wo ye kire bi ekoso a posifo hwehwe na che no nanso opini wo ba modi gina mrashebedwam wo mu mra so eye public eye other act no wo gina so echeche nsem kire a posifo nanso posifo wo ma fita no mo bo modi abu anigu niam so se oba dia a wo be che opini no no wanwu sampa wo mo wo honom na wo chemu a sa dwumedi etumi koso no eyade bi antwaye nemom wo no mu no wo de ne ko besi wonom agye mrashebedwani no esanse nia ekoso no yade bi hadwen wo kwakwa adwuma wo mrashebedwafie na polisi ne ahia so wo be chew wo so wo mo fa kwantene ne so se ne be ya wo metumi ensa etumi aka no eno so wo chirem sei.
This increased public discourse in recent times about privileges and immunities of MPs and the officers of Parliament and Parliament itself. It's not new. Since I be a member of Parliament, it's been coming out from time to time. And even now, a number of these things have come to my desk. We have processed them well. And you are all aware a number of MPs are before courts being prosecuted. And so there's nobody saying that a member of Parliament is above the law or Parliament is above the law. No. But in this particular instance of the member of Parliament from Medina, I can put my neck for it. That you have no such power after he's gone through all the processes with you and you gave the dates and you send your men to go around with them in the procession. Then he's addressing them at the end of the day. Then you send a different contingent to go to arrest him whilst he's talking to his constituents. That is obstruction.
Enuti no way obstruction a wodi nsam dia tudwa wo chese wo be na famu die bia e dia bo mrashebedwafo no ho ban titru ne Madina mrashebedwani Francis Eyezebia sosu no ononyamfo Bagbin wodi ho nsam dia tudwa na no si ye no na dom kuma wo mrashebedwafie wo mo na no ni Haruna Idrisu wono so ede ni dia tudwa wo chese for the Republic here wo moyi watumi ahwedin atenase enwusampa Ghanafo dwumedi awudo a wo mu edie ne kwan awudo a wo fa so die na hwe aban no executive no senia dwumedi awudo okono a wono ne die wo kase yejeja wo mache wo se yetumi hodu ma accountable pa na ne mebu ho no enkoyi a ene we should deal with them senia be ya ebetumi aboa na Ghana emra na afi nso dwumedi awudo no atumi akoyi yentie no.
the inception of the Fourth Republic have failed the people of Ghana in exercising proper and diligent oversight. Albeit not because of excessive partisanship, but the very architecture of the 1992 Constitution does not itself permit proper scrutiny. Is it not plain decency that members of parliament should hold the executive accountable? Do we? Is it not under the same parliament since 1992? We have loan agreements such as the CNTCI loan passed by Parliament in April 2004. Same Parliament in 2010 passed the STS deal. Same Parliament recently passed the Sino-Hydro loan agreement of over $2 billion US, the first tranche of $646 million US, and even as we speak, disbursement of the Sino-Hydro loan promises to be a failure.
Eni ekotie ye owura Haruna Ijisu wono ena yedom kuma wo mrashibedwefie no wo mo na no ni na eno akire no ena mekoye manka binsu no wankokura keye dom kase a wo ho no so na no ni ononyamfo wo se che mesa bonsu ono so de ni samdi tu dwase wo besere mrashibedwafo no wo mu nyina nka wonum hombom esanse Ghana ha no bibia tumpo a obia benya so mfa so obi nto wo besere se wo mo ka hombom se ne beya mrashibedwam wo mdwumedi a wodi ni Ghana ha so no eno so betumi akonanim.
The high attrition rate among members of parties, which is not really working for inherent review of Parliament, the weak monitoring and follow-up of Appropriations Act and audited accounts of Ghana, Parliament not having financial autonomy, among others, and some constitutional afflictions, also statutory wounds that we have inflicted upon ourselves, including in particular not liberating committees to work proactively and allowing only referrals to be made in the House to be attended to by committees. I keep saying, you adjourn and you proceed on long recess. There's an outbreak of cholera, and the Committee on Health cannot wait. You have to wait until Parliament resumes.
Eni ebusuafo ekotie ye dom kese o mrashibedwefie wo mo na no ni osei che mensa bonsu no nyamfo yi wono na desansemi nada etudwa.
Yantoa ensem no so wo ensem foforo mu soafo a wono na hye enwuma ene adansie so Owura Francis Asenso Boache de atu edwa ya wo chesa so ya hye omeye sikasem eso no wo mo etwafotuo bi de ato ho ya wo mo hwanim se ofa etoso mienu eye keta sea defense wall no wo mo be hye na wo mo ahyase adi hu dwuma na ensem we nyina eba ya na na nsem poframa efa ye ne ebi fa ye wa anglogane keta ne mpotem adan ema omanfo ahodo no an wo mo ho ekaye wo mo a wo madan ensuo yi eko yi ni nyina koye wo mo ne ma egugu adan nim nyina ema wo mo ho kye wo mo pa na enya asem ketwa na Owura Asenso Boache ede ne nsem etu edwa no ene wo che se ewo mu se sika esese aban ede ehye sa sea defense dwumadie no ho no sika no emu du papa anu odin nanso no wo mbebo modin bia se de beya wo mbetimi aye sa pampim no se de beya asoroche ne boss anu a emmese wo manfo eniema se de yehu na nsemu entem no opanyini ede ensem we nyina etudwa na eyabra okopie mu ewo adan na nanamo atrankonwa ya ono so ede na ndin nsemu kotudwa ewo ho wo kire se asweya ehye nwuma ne adansie nsem so de wo mo awiata so pa sense sha hudo biara ese so mo de gu akwam se de beya sansun so boni a poframa ye fa ye di abro manfo ho na so bete no eno mani abre se wo mo beye.
It's one of the key or main activities of the Ministry of Works and House. Over the year, government has invested a lot of money in providing constructing sea defense wall to protect the good people of Ghana living along the coastline. And I must say that the cost of constructing a sea defense wall is quite huge. And government recognizes that, and government has been providing the resources to protect the people. Government will continue to do that within the limits of its fund. And I have come here today because it is important that we understand the situation on the ground so that we can put together a mitigation measure so that the people will also stay from these rising sea levels and try that way.
Francis Asenso Boache soafo hye enwuma ene adansie eso yeda so ejina sa tidal waves yi eho asem na mrahye a wogina mu ede mo manfo woketu south abato empeso so jifa ablago mashi wode atudwa se na nsem ntem beto odwa se aban se wopese woyi wɔn mo tete hɔ no nyinaa firi hɔ na wɔn kɔpɛ bia ye foforo bi de saa nkrofo no ekogu maame yi kyerɛ sɛ yeyi wɔn de afiri hɔ akɔba ye foforo nyɛ no ene be so haw na no na emom pampim ne to no eno pa ene beboa.
Yeah, well, World Heritage Sites were your coastal communities. It's a relocate here. World Heritage Sites was your very relocate here now. How are you going to do that? It's a relocation, a temporary measure. We have to save the shoreline of the country. It's a Ponebani Janoko, you never go Guhifa. Yagusu Janian Yakudu to what end? It's thank God for the era that we are in. Technology is far advanced. There are things that we can do. A bit now the effect of tidal waves, global warming, human intervention can deal with some of it.
Wasan edit to just say what it say asemisi ye no manfo bi ka se nadmofo kran and asemni ba nadmofo kra ma ho wo mo anwene nkrofo na wo ho aka ne ho kra wo se enye no kore nadmofo ba ho e be sra wo mo ho aka ne be hwe se the situation esifa etie na mom no kura wo mu ni se asemi di kan si ya wo mu kɔ hɔ de di kan no wo mu kɔ wo nsa pan na hwe kura nkita wo bi ansam ene wo mu kɔ ye enti akire ene wo mu san ba ye na eja wo mu be pɛ eniema kakra relief items bi ene money enuane mu mattress ne ade ene de kɔma wo manfo no kura no gifa go machi se eniema na no so na emom no won hya da emfa blame ni nyina emma na mo fo sanse wo mu akasa akura no akade ahodo a wo mu hiade aye adwuma no wo mu ni.
Oh, nese nadmo maha, enu die, mintimi kase nadmo maha. Nadmo by the ordinance sapine the bar first time, many united and sapine the by. It's as yena, many omunina, common funny the edgema, common funny so the dama crama, aha, intino, almost so no much from Kakra. Ubeti original minister Nasama, or say Assembly bar Saturday, Sunday, no, he had to come to Accra on Tuesday to rally some things around. Na bibi wa regional man kwa farmer. On one asem wa kan no goes to buttress the point say ahochi kakra wo ho.
Ne kura emu eno odi aseda ekoma akane mampani John Dramani Mahama ene enye wono nko a afoforo bia nkura ne nyumaku ahodo ene pofra maifa ye mu a mo ba ye ede niema bre omanfo a ewo Ketu South ene ne mpotam no wo kyerese wodamase ankasa.
That no, in fact, President Mama or Mamiliji Yama, me pesa me fa kwenya we so na me da President John Dramani Mahama as a powerful Satimana or woman me name and crop for me. Na near President John Dramani Mahama ni corporate Ghana any voter region for more Ghana ni diaspora ni na so yeah. Sikani mattresses na de at the bar Sunday no since Saturday and Sunday dear. I had a visitation from God and apart from those donations no near e be here me teach you yeah they say dear me here temporary accommodation be ya de kofono ya de be ma omona omatena ho
ene ya yekoti esesi eye Ketu South mashebedwani jifa ablango mashi
yade kasia ne kwa santimantemu na enede yi na disuafo a womo etro basic education certificate examination trinity afraid BC no womo bo modern ehase se womo tro na santimantem Ghana ha nyina obi e bo modern atro bia santimantem de nso ekoso payi a ni na emo no enam so ema KMA boss mechire metropolitan chief executive ano ewa santimantem a owura yes campaign wono ebo modi tuanamon eko centers ahodo ankoda yi echocho nso hwebie na bra wodu honom sa no en wodi afutuo di mankoda yi se wo mo hwe na wo mo emomodi am oni kwa nwoma no so no wonsua de se ne be obetumi atwa na free senior high school nso no wo manya so emfa so na no mo no en wo chese apode eyade bu wo no manya kra ezanse nso hwetrum no umomodi akotu apo na mpedifo bomodi aso mu sekim emra kwan so ene de be fanti wo besre so obi amomode ma nani nkɔ ne woma ho no wonsua no wontumi ntro entwa ne yie na wontumi kɔ free senior high school ni bi schools ahodo bi bebre ho a wo bomoden ekokosra wo ma wo de sanse mi di tu dwana nkoda wo kodura santimantem a wo mo twon so hwe bie no wo mo ye ne empem no oha ene du baako ahanan ne adunu emiensa emu emmema no wo mo ye empem no adunum enum ahanwotwe ne adunu enum ena emanso eye apem no empem no adunu enum ena fi ahanum ni aduokono enwotwe enuti wo chese wo minada obi ambo ne homodin so betumi atwerɛtwa yie na wotumi atoa so akɔ free senior high school ni ebi
Yeah, ya ko centers ni nyina no. Which means exchange service for the metro director no na mpanifo a. Which means why any mpanifo and so hwani so omsem no. O maye ready. Ebi akwa ebia no materials say o mde ma mofra no. Akotro so hwani nyina aye ready. Mofra ni nyina nso aye crowd baby a ye kwa ebia no. Ya tu omufo ya kan kire omo we enya yam hihyi asem omo mo makoma ento omo yam eniema emfata so omo ye no ma omo enye
we eye owura sampan wono na ye KM boss ukwa sentimentemu a wo bo adwuma e wo honum na wakasa wiye no ene Kumasi Metro Education Director owura David Opon wono so de ne sem de tudwa wo chese West Africa Examination Center ye waye kufuyi womo nkrata waso womo de ba no emre ena fe wo hwe traffic ahodo e wo krum ni ade no a womo mfa mantem enti obesere se waye kefo ntu ana mo mfa se ne be ya wo tena enso hwe a wo bekwa kwotro na nkoba nso edusuafo betena se na papers a wo metro emedu honum eno so de tudwase
no no ya na e time a waye release any the traffic situation in town nimi enu na aka bo me this problem eba say waye no mo wo time a se mo de release question edema distributors and now almost see kwemu na mse wo muni ndi dispatch rather be obudi o manu traffic in town not me delay but you say yekoye ni no we can come out with measures to deal with that football be mo han say
eni ekotie yi eye Kumasi Metro Education Director owura David Opon na nanusi ye no ena ensenjofo kotebekafo ye de ye paiha ne apaiha eni tie ni adesuafo ni bia wo mo so eje bre eso wo mo ba betro ye BC so hwe ni bi atwetwe nkomo na won so wo de wonsem tudwa
Meda your teachers for us baby. Matters young try and I be 7 mocks to me aboa. Meda may you so because you're organizing metro mocks and also aboa am I you to me prepare. Personally, teachers for any classes and also to me aboa near my yentia sending ya yet me at tiasi. I am Fishaka crown, but me did say may you not see young quaint. Miss March your teachers for no my idea on my boy my since and your bebre. I'm conducting exercises or your previous study science and so boy am I see prepared for the exams.
We adisuafo ni bia wa santimantemu ene ekokote wonmo ende no na enkramantemu ha no yensentroni ni baako ebomodi tunu hungumote so ebo apra kwabena kokko asuman na bra wokoye no wode nani chemu ewo center bi baako ewo ye kutuba bi na woduru ho no owura Samson ofosu afri wono ena wono so kokopimo ha wo ye supervisor ewo sa abavana ye center bi honoma ewo kutuba bi wone openi twetwe kobo no so kiremu se adisuafo maako miensa ene wo mantumi anya kwan ama metro so hweni bi wo san so kirense mu
so far no nipa yehwe wonum do me nipa 161 and for now no nkola no miensa ene ntumi ambo Veronica buckets wa hanom a dia brain ena PPE nose mask ne bi wo ho kola no nyina ehye nose mask dada ena aban so di bia brain a e wo hanom as backup tinan try be san che ama wo ma in case say omkwa omtumi ya asi no masan ahye akola bia entitled to about 2 of the nose masks for now yeah.
Eni ekotie yi ayura Samson ofosu aferi wono ena obankramante mwase a supervisor ba kokotoba bi eya Bavana Center B wono ena ehwe honoma wode sansem yi edeto eye yensentroni anim
na wobi si rounds ahodo ya yekoye enso atoye mantemo mensi no kasamafo da Ghana Education Service ano ewo efia kwesi mintim Era Jane Aban wono so esra wofo no pi se MPP no womo emma na eba center ho abetra womo de yefuru pan na eba wo chese wo be stress awofo no womo hwese wo ma bedidi ansa no womo aba center ho ne nyina ene se yes student bako onisu kobri no manitwa hwe emma takra de technical ambulance service for kra neja ebe bo no abomo ya womo kohwe no ma bibia ekonkan eno ne nam so emo de sa futuyi ekoma awofo yinti
the rules and regulations, that's the do's and don'ts of the examination, so that they wouldn't encounter any problem so far as the examination is concerned. And I also advise that in the morning they should eat before coming, because this morning we had a few emergency where some students even collapsed. Fortunately for us, Takrady Technical University has a clinic here, so the medical team really attended to her and then got now responding to treatment.
Era Jane Aban ena uko efia kwesi mintim mensi no emua GS or no ene kasa edema womo na ye ba New Jaben South ewe poema ntemu so aban anamusini yo ohonom Ora Isaac Apojesi wono so dia two candidates no womo tro social na edimu se womo ekwa akotwere ya no womo ahyase yi womo nyehu bia emfiri womu no womo fa kukuduro enkotena papers no achi
Afi New Jaben South Municipal Assembly, your name Municipal Director of Education, your kaiti, and of course, me indefatigable Chirbefi. For Juma, ye dinner fee, me jidis, a basis, young Quadana Brepa, your bo, ye compo who said Quadano, now in the time past, resource no, say a bay afebudi and ya buan Quadano, and unti as an assembly, ye she done at is Katuho, Edema Education Directorate, so more organize mock exam. Mian Casaminia MP, Honorable Deputy Minister Michael Ochebefi, on also classes.
Ora Isaac Apojesi MC ewo New Jaben South na epuemantem honom so adesuafo no bia wo mo ekotro ensosho ne yense training na o say mafo ene ebi ekasai
Cool, but the way I know for boy who say BC. Now we drink say maybe a very dim be bat. Na cool pa. Me who say Christ's bimpo. Just na the air for pa. I dey teachers na training na but me may feel Suhum Anglican. B. Biaden.
B. DHS. When we were writing the paper, it was very difficult. But when we started writing it, it was not difficult. But with God, all things are possible, so we will pass the exams.
For social studies, and yet they never be cool. But first, never now I say pressure a cow, but you say there for now, you be cool to pass.
Social. Niaje pa. Questions you are added was I need.
We adesuafo no ebi ewe poemantemu.
Na yeko etifido mantemu na saboba mensin mu ne ade ani kyeremu na mensin ka kye honum ade atudwa wo kyese ena no nsem ebetodwa no nyensem bia ede ene yasem so wo se yesoso enuti wo ka kyere wo mu a ewo kyefa ene wo mutumi kabie ewo homasua mu se wo mu hwese akyerechefo wo mu ewo mensin mu wo bia wonim na wo de sukuu ni bi bekone fom so de kwakwa adwuma no wo mu modin se sa teacher ni kro no wo bebo ni din mampenifo nsatumi asori mu na na mo so wo mutuo na so twen wo se koma no wo matumi e de akwama nina ne se head teacher a wo ye St Charles Wangas Junior High School and was aboma mensin mu Ora Imando ye changa wo bo modede nkwada wodo ekokoko piemo na fom ni na ne se ni mufuo bia wo honom no enkwada ne nkoye adwuma e wo mu na no fiada enam so mankwada ekoya wo mu ba ene ensutade a wo mu twade aba no wo mu bo modede ne races ahead ya hemre we ko na we ba enam so ma emuniya wo manfo ni bi ekokogu mu a wo mu ebetumi apre wo mu nkwa pre wo mu so a wo mantumi ampre etumi ato anan mo se do ya enne kura me no kasai ye de ye cheche ni ebo modi kokopie mu e wo court atemale district court ene ye de ne koye na openi no ye de ne koye ene kwadu ade aboni nada ayede aso ani komu a wo je ne ho anje nyina no se enei waye manslaughter ni bie en wo de sa kwadu ndi abono a wono so ne nam mankoda yi atumi akwakwahwere wo mo enkwa enu nti wo mo tenase ema lawyer ni a wo jire ma ye head teacher yi wo pre ni tibia ne so ya ma ne bera ne yede na kwakwahwere mu a wo mo ehwese November bosome ne de toso no aduonu enkron wo be frasem ni bio na wo atumi ato aso ni na no nhwemawodo ekoso a Penny a wotumi tena dwamu ma wotumi di asem mekere ye judge no aye Amedu Isifu wono wa ma openi bela ehun sem no wo mo edi aba na mezi krache no wo sabuba empotem honum aye Owura George Bengreen wo de atudwa wo chese niema ekoso no aye niema bone a eni kwan se wo mo esoso ntu wo besere se wo mo wani nkɔ ho ne nkoda no se cheche ni bi du wo nkɔ afumu a wo mo modin aso bebo mpinifo amane na mo ese fata se wo muto no matumi atu ne mo wote sa asem we no ne ho twiri nipa yenti ni sem ni bi.
The information came to me as a shock. Last Friday, I was at a community meeting the chiefs and elders on a peace talk with my DASEC members. They called that this was the unfortunate incident that befell the people of Saboba. When I got to Saboba that evening, I drove straight to the hospital where the bodies were being examined. Upon seeing the way these children were lying down laughing, I broke into tears.
Wei mensi kachi awo Saboba mensin mo ewe tifido mantemo Owura George Bengreen wono ene din semidi tu jana enwechi no ena peni kwanchefo woda Child Right International no wura Bright apia wono so ede ofre kwa Ghana Education Service wo mo hwe se wode hye mapa ebegu aponso na wo hwe atechefo ene adesuafo no so sunsunso ena afenso ye anyonkofo eda wono montemu na enkoba ne se sa ne ma we no ebi betumi akoso wono so echimusi.
Ghana Education Service have set rules and regulations in terms of how teachers must conduct themselves within the school environment. So if they're really interested in the lives of children, then they should enforce their own rules. If not, this kind of abuse will go on.
Enti ora Bright apia wono na epeni kwanchefo da Child Right International no wono na distance mu inada wodi twitwa
yeda so ewo ehumasua ensemu achechefo enkabomko ahodo mienu ne edi kan eye Innovative Teachers Alliance of Ghana ena afedi edi hobiem eye All Teachers Alliance Ghana wo mu nyina kire se aban enhyehyɛ ya wode ba ese one teacher one laptop ehu dwumadi anka eba bebo ma achechefo nso wo mu dwumadi a wo mu di natumi akonkan ban ye na adwene se wo che cost ni mu mienu na chechefo na afafa na aban no so afafa no teacher unions se wo ne aban ye adwene enye yie ebusuanfo beka ye September bosum ni mu de toso miensa na aban pa o sa adwumadie yi ho entoma kora ya wo che se no ba beboa ma chechefo adwumadie timi akonkan na nhyehyɛ da won ne se laptop bia ana teacher ni ba ko laptop ba ko no aban fa obi ade ba ko no hamu chichemu aduoson 70% ka na chechefo no so atua ohamu chichemu aduasa 30% enso enense ntwofo nhyiemu bi koso ya teacher unions ahodo emienu se wo mo de wo mu no se enye ne kwa so no se aban ebe che cost ni mu se ofafa na chechefo no so atua bi na opanyini ya wono na ekofare bai eda Innovative Teachers Alliance of Ghana no ano ora Steven ayensu edi tudwa no chese eya aban asede trodo se esese wo ma chechefo akade ebeboa mu dwumadi atimi akonkan enti dia wahe eni se esese chechefo nso efa kabi
vehemently opposed to the 30% and the 70% cost sharing idea of paying for the laptop because it is the responsibility of the employer to provide the tools needed by teachers to work. There is obvious contradiction between the number of laptops to be distributed. The president quoted 280,000 laptops and the vice president quoted 750,000 laptops. How can one contract have different figures? The price of the laptops keep changing like a chameleon. With reference to GES press statement dated 9 September 2021, the price of the laptop was 1,831 cedis and its 30% was 549 cedis. GES letter dated 26 October 2021 quoted 509 as price for the 30% component. What was the actual amount negotiated before KA Technology started executing the contract?
Enwachi opanyini esan edit tudwan was say laptop ne kura eho say ye kwa akoto no ensem eba ye fa ho nyina ye nwunan wo mo adwene mu nheda entene wo mo wode aban epeso esan say processes no wo mo say ewo form kura nye sub standard entine nya ade a wo betimi afa saa kwa no so ama aban ni so ade hunu se wode ebo achechefo no kwenko wiase no saa anisuade hunu kwa wanhwe kura na akoto nsuo.
Teachers prefer Dell, Lenovo, Apple, Toshiba, Acer, Samsung, and other brands, just like parliamentarians love Toyota V8 cars because what is good for the goose is also good for the gander. Teachers feel insulted that the Ministry of Education does not think highly of SAIL. That is why it preferred a local company with no track record in manufacturing laptops for the second time after the RLG debacle.
Ora Steven ayensu ono ene kofare bai ya oda Innovative Teachers Alliance of Ghana ano.
Vision 193.5 FM so ene wasugusu anu sebre mu nsama wodo ya bobo anu ya bronza kese mu Unity House yegusu edi esumwo no na yenko Konongo District Court eno ewa santimantem no emu na ni na ne se wode adisuanfo makomako enum a womo eko school Konongo Odumasi Senior High School ebo modi kokopie mu ewo court ni na ne se wonmu nipanumi enanu ada womo kiremu a obubu obusumeni da toso enum ewa fimpimienu ne tunu ba kumo dano na efia da najo na nkwada ya pon prep no ena jeze wo mu bulebule wo mu nuanom se ne ade bia wo mu ekosi high school wo mu ye no bonza wanfo no na wo mu humo saa na mu no enenam so a kasakasa etumi ba mu a ba akokọ twen sekan bie ene anu nyonko ba ko emfise so enam so ma penia wakasa de ma pose dwumeko no Assistant Commissioner of Police ASP Kwesi Ofori edensem tudwa cheche mu a wo chese ni nada efa bullying ni ho ne manema ekofa asansem we bae na konongo odumase aban asabia ene de abranti a wadi fie no dunson a wono eye fomu ani yede ni kokopie ma mpinifo bodin se wato ananom wonse do ensemi mo no ena yede nkoda yi abomodia kwakwatwiri mu awa ban kukum eye juvenile detention center no ewo dwaso a wo mu ebomodia kura won ho kakra na enede wo mkokopie mu ewo court ani na ne se court abomodin etu asem de asheda wo chese wo bubo busumi ya iwomi ya ne de to so etwini mienu no en wo mesan so atena asem ne so bio na lawyer ni edman kwada makumaku enumi wo bomodin ye na famu de bia se nkoda yi end of year examination wo mo so hwe a wo mo chiro no enche bie bedusu ni ade ntinka wo mo makwan na nkoda yi entumi konkonko chiro so hwe ni bidanso wo peni a wo tena dwamu eye he worship Joyce Banfo wo de tudwa wo chem se da bi nkoda no ye jaw mo enye yie enti yemfo nsan konkotwiri mu ewa ban kukumu na hwehwema hodo ntumi nto aso se ne be ya November bosumi de tosu adwunum yenu no wo besan so atumi afra semini bio na lawyer ni no Richard Adu Nyako esan so kire mu edensem tudwa wo chese senia Ghana posifo wo mo bo modede nkwala ne ye no wo mo ntiase ekresan se nkwada nketenkete a wo mo ndifie du wotwe no yemfo manim gra mankratem na nso Ghana Police Service adawroma wo go pie mo Facebook page won ma wo mo de nkwada anim ni ade de atoto won ma wo kire se ade bia hadwen enti ono de wo de asem no ekopie mo High Court na eno no wo matumi ahwe na mum wo peni a wo tene dwemu sa judge wo kyerese Attorney General wo momodin aso wo behwe na edwoa da eno ne November bosome ne de toso adunum no se wo mo san kokoto biewa wo bepie mu ewase yenti ensem a lawyer Richard Adu Nyako odi tudwane bi.
Our argument was on the fact that per the welfare principle in the Juvenile Justice Act being the objective, they have to consider the education of these juveniles and then give them to their parents so that they report to court from home. But the court indicated that even as it stands now, the school is a hostile ground for the children to even go back to school, looking at the nature of the issues. And then considering the fact that police are yet to conclude with their investigations. But the court is also making a point to the effect that the police should notify the Attorney General so that they come and then take over the matter.
Eni ebo modi kokotie yi eye lawyer ni awo jemu ede amasa adisuafo makomako enuma eye konongo odumasi senior high school enkwede yi ebo modi a embo mo nyonko ba ko sekan ko bo ne so a wato anan mo se do no wo mo lawyer ni ene tumi a chechensemu ede a chechefu yi
wo ensanfofro emuna ya waso Westminster Assembly no wo mo aye demolition dwumadie bi ya ene containers ahodo ne mpatadan ya NCC baby esese esi ya amanfo de NCC kwan wo okponglo ba leshi ene miaye a ebembe won kramantem nyina wo makodwiri ne nyina egu fom ene na assembly no wo mu di se adwuma ne bulldozers yi afidie muntum ni ade e clear ho no nyina utum se na approach fonso wo ho no a wo mo ebo ban no wo mo chese nko wiase no empatadan beye ahenum 500 ni akire na wo mutimi edwi ne nyina eguye aban ana musini ewo Ayawaso West Sandra Henkra wone sentro for church nkomo no so ansa no wombedi se adwuma no kra no no di kan ayi o manfo na so tire dada ansa na enede ye bedu so ama wo mo ayesa demolition no yentie
ye pese Ayawaso West ye ceremonial roads any ye places be free from kiosks and containers it no dey abo mo kokodada emse nkwala no epon wa ana omo kosku a aha na omo na moko it de bia yenya complaint se nkwala na ekwa na kiosk se bi we fo ne ne omo hyehyɛ no omo de be nkwala no omo harasi nkwala no aha ye shortcut omo di kosku no it is a yamba be clear they are at risk.
Ene ya yekotie yi eye Ayawaso West aban anamusini Sandra Ahenkra eno achi omanfo bi no ho kan ye nso ene nsentwofo kasai
na enim se ombeba sisia ye fi se omudi bronya ni wia ansa no mind de no mwaba because ye mu bebre yakogigi loan ena ye di ba be di Christmas no nti na ba ni se no aha ye pa
ya se sisia Ghana ye din ma adwuma ye sisia nyina ye loan enti ukogi loan na obe ye container na obi ye adwuma na government ma ye be say na eye ya because esenyima bebre ya say if no mo beko but ade ba ku pe ahyawofo no na ema we nu nyina eba
visa beko so a ni papa mu anka endra say no and 3 days to the time no eso mo ba no mo be my announcement say ya pa mo che obi ya ni bibia wa ha no o meyi ansa na ya ba
wei eye omanfo bidumu a yekodwiri womo empatadan ene womo containers ni ade eguye ewo ayawaso west ene ete womo nkan
yen konfifi mantamu na womanfo bi etete sotpon ne nimpotam womo eye omanfo bi a wo ya afarefo womo de eposo no womo kɔ womo adwuma nso meyi na mama Ghana fo anya bi awie na ukoduru wonu ma womo kyese fango a afarefo de kɔ poso kokko yi nam ne bie no kame akɔ ese mpenifo a womo de da no no womo bomoden abu de ma chainsaw operators womo ebu nnua bie en womo de gu womo no mra mahimu en womo de twetwe nnua wo hono ma na ebo a womo ton ma womo kra no mpenifo kyerema nka womo bu baako a enka 500 Ghana cedis no mo ginenso wo de masa chainsaw operators ya wo mutua 1500 na otumi zampa wo mo to amoma boodi mu pa enu nti wo mo ekopo ekoko yinam na farefo no enya de asa premix through yi wo mo bomode anya bie enu nti wo mo toto asere penifo se wo mo hwe na penifo wo mo di anim no wo mo hwe se wo meje fi wo msem de amadi pa for sense NPP police station executive for South Pono ra ye Kwame fo wono ena di tudwa wo chese womo de kɔ ede ama osoafo wono ehwe ye po eni mu niema niema so ma me visa wa kumsin wono ena chese womo koto asere ne se abedwofuo makomako eye enso a wopa womo no womo dwumadie enso ani efa sa premise fuel ne ho nto wobesere se ni manimi ya sachire bi mbrem se ne be ya sa niema ekokokoso ewo sort pon ne potem no eto ebetwa yenti ni sam ni bi
but in any aprede is a sababa and I will be sure so the for life party human is going to my baby Barberton to be in a call premise chairman over there premise my who the force the main team of move premise anona
eni ikotie eye owura Kwame fo wono na wodi wonmo ni medi 72 dwa wo chese kwan o mo faso bubu eye fango no premise fu no enso ani timpenifo nye bibi enfamfa ho
Yanko na yafia ni chem wonsemfofro emu mfifi mantemu kaswa SCC wa wutu senya East mensinumu ewo mfifi mantemu na owura bi ya efe no Olete Atram Moses womo cheso owura yi kura no nipadua no baby etochima kakra na owura bi akwa no womo susu se owura no ye langard ni na kaswa SCC ho no okodi owura yi ewuente sa wo cheso owie ye kura no en wo de sekan etwitwa no ma ye say abrante no kra no honam ba bi atwitwa ya enya semgeto wo so wonu akasa wotini fie wadware awie kra wo ho na suspect yesu se wo ye langard ni wo bowura fie o sha se wodin ne mame no papa tem on ye wanmu an wo kopa ba bi da ye akire en wo sa akoye no wo ba biem en ye wo betwe ni pie dehe en wo bro ni bia owie en krante okita no wodi twitwa owura na enya obi en ebeto so anka bia wodi na wo cheche mu kakra chen twofo
Pato, you were here, and I'm a cop diary, and I'm a caution them because they know. If you say Langard died, your generation, no, Casao, Yaye, Anthony Mountain, then I'm here, the Muko inside, into the star, and the waffle, sending the white, and said, then asking. Nto no me wopa so wa tin wan kasa o ya na langa de nika kumpe uma me che upa pache una me nya u meku na me so ma ya uden me ya u hwe na obeku ma ya uden o ya na me brother the bizam ke dan na bo no ko ye nti no menu the shedemo e TV na me hu se the sister ba wo fa te kasa se bremambe mu se na mi pie nti o ti bremambe na mi pie no na me ya de shedemo nto no me ku ye no ko pa atikan but no one dem ya no so no dem no start to the sister no to chami ko e che na mi shoda nti o ya no chi ni pie ya nto chi ni pie no the sister no chami chiso nto we no jam for ni dem no ko fa atuo e no ko ti do nto focus no the to ni so for fa compassion nto the to ni so the bomb nto na ma yemre na so on kumi tu ya so e no the to no na chinu e bomb ni so na ni to for
Entino ora Atram Moses nensem ne na mani huna wo fam ora no kra wadi dam wadi dem kakra e na kyese nipa bi esu se wo ye langard ni abrante wokodi saa owura yi ewu enti se ne nsem en wodi etu dwane ebegina so ne de kase boni nyina asi e de amamo Shalom Alimo or say good evening, you guys are the best. Yeah, I see you papa Azeman and so Eddie Free Azeman Ventures which I say one more show be singing now wo mobile tin kwan wo bompa say nyamebe boa mo ama ensoswe no etumi akoye Dr. Down Blow Eddie Free Brimso ape usika wono so say wo mu hia nipa wo mo ani abre pass wo mbe yo meye nya wo mo mpese wo mo ebe didisha wo mo afu ono so no de no ono abo abedi kwada so wono so de ode aba ne say wo mo mocho bi si wo mo bia trinkwan ne ni so ade hunu anasa ne mpa bone se nyame beboa wo mo no mu nyina etimi afamu afri asomdwem yeda mo ase ye papa se mo de madwenche no efa Facebook amode ebre mo so amoje penie etie yen wo mafie mo offices ba bia wutie kase boy efri yeda mo ase aseda kase nso enkoma production team no wo ma ho odene so ene ano dendenden a ye kasa wo ahanom ikosi bedi ako Davidson ono ena etai etena fidie no echi ebo ye voices ni nyina de emaye Facebook horom so abrante kama kabra wudin de sei menkai wudin no ono ena ebeboa yen ema bibia etimi konkan ye da wasiye papa na no pon aba bedu ya wotnas no de aka ato so ya ye je peni e bekenkan kase bono de ema momedin de adwoa